The Backrooms movie trailer breaks down its own rules here. What you missed. You ever notice how the Backrooms is supposed to work? You knock-lip out of reality, you end up in endless yellow hallways, fluorescent lights buzzing, carpet stretching forever, and the same idea repeated over and over. No escape, no structure, no logic. That's the foundation most people think the movie trailer is building on. But if you actually watch closely, the trailer starts contradicting itself almost immediately. At first, everything matches expectations. Empty corridors, infinite repetition, a character clearly disoriented trying to understand where they are. It feels like standard Backrooms logic, isolation and consistency. Then things start shifting. Because the environment doesn't stay consistent. Spaces that were shown as empty are suddenly altered when the camera returns. Hallways don't just loop, they change. That breaks one of the core assumptions of the Backrooms myth, which is that it's static, unchanging, a fixed liminal space. But the trailer doesn't respect that. It introduces subtle differences that suggest the environment is responding. Then there's the issue of markings. The character tries to leave signs, ways to track direction, ways to prove progression. But when those areas are revisited, the markings are gone. Not faded, not damaged, completely erased. That implies something is actively resetting or rewriting the space, which shifts the Backrooms from a passive maze into something that behaves like a system with control over itself. And that changes the entire interpretation. Because now, it's not just a place you're stuck in. It's something that can react to what you do inside it. Then comes the sound design detail most people miss. There are moments where audio doesn't just echo randomly, it mirrors earlier dialogue, slightly delayed, almost like playback, almost like the environment is repeating the character rather than just surrounding them. That breaks another assumed rule, that the Backrooms is only spatial, not responsive in time or memory. But the trailer suggests otherwise. Even perception starts to feel unstable. There's a moment that looks like security footage, fixed angle, static distortion. The character is visible in the frame moving through the hallway. And then they look directly at the camera. Not as part of the scene. As if acknowledging observation. That introduces something even more uncomfortable. The idea that the space isn't just being experienced, but monitored. Which means the Backrooms might not be purely random at all. It might be structured around observation. And once that idea is introduced, the entire foundation collapses. Because if the environment can change, if it can erase evidence, if it can repeat sound, if it can respond to being watched, then the rules of the Backrooms were never stable to begin with. They were just assumptions. And the trailer is quietly dismantling those assumptions one by one. So by the end, what you're left with isn't just a horror setting. It's a system that doesn't stay consistent long enough for you to learn it. And that's the real shift most people miss. The Backrooms isn't just endless. It's unstable. And the more you try to understand it, the less certain it becomes.